Taxing capital gains began with the income tax in 1913. A discounted rate began in 22. Taxing corporate dividends as capital gains started in 2003. This video examines the impact of the top capital gains tax rate on economic growth, unemployment, and labor's share of the pie since 1950. Biden proposes a 39.6% tax rate that may have the Medicare surtax on top of that, bringing the rate to 43.4%. A rate of about 27% appears to be best for growth and workers. The correlation of annual GDP growth with capital gains is strongest with a 4-year lead time. So the 25% capital gains rate from 1946 to 1967 influenced growth from 1950 through 1971. Raising the capital gains rate in steps to 39.9% weakened growth, culminating in back-to-back recessions in the early 1980s. President Carter cutting it to 28% corresponds with strong growth in Reagan's early years. Cutting it to 20% weakened growth. Reagan raising it back to 28% mainly helped growth under Clinton. Cutting to 20% weakened growth again. The 15% rate corresponds with the Great Recession and a weak recovery. In 2013, the 15% rate expired, the 20% rate came back, and a Medicare surtax was added to bring it to 23.8%. Trump's first 3 years, influenced by this higher rate, were the fastest 3-year period of growth in more than a decade. Biden's proposed 39.6% rate would likely harm growth, even more so if the surtax is on top of that. The average annual unemployment rate also has a Goldilocks relationship with capital gains. The best correlation's lead time is 5 years. The 25% tax rate averaged the lowest unemployment. Hiking it to 39.9% brought the highest unemployment since the Great Depression. Unemployment plunged after cutting the tax rate to 28%. It fell even more, cutting it to 20%. While the best fit line suggests 28% is slightly better, unemployment averaged 5.7% under both tax rates. The 15% capital gains rate took unemployment to the second highest level since the Depression. The 50-year low unemployment rate in 2019 corresponds with the 23.8% capital gains rate. Biden's capital gains plan with the surtax could devastate employment. Workers' share of the economic pie also benefits from a capital gains rate that is just right. Worker pay is sticky. It takes about 7 years for wages to fully adjust to a tax change. If you want to see why the capital gains rate underestimates pay here and overestimates here, you could watch my Wage Wars video. The 25% tax rate corresponded with workers getting half the pie. The difference between this share of the pie and half amounted to $7,400 per worker in 2020. Workers stopped getting half when the tax rate went up. Cutting it to 28% helped. Workers did better with the 28% rate than the 20% rate. Workers got their smallest share of the pie ever with a 15% rate. The current higher tax rate may help restore workers. We'll need more years of data to know. Prosperity would benefit from stronger incentive to work. Biden's plan could be as bad for workers as anything we've seen. Too high a capital gains tax rate discourages plowing new capital into growing businesses. Too low a rate means business owners pull more revenue out of businesses as personal income, leaving less for workers, equipment, research, and other expenditures that grow businesses and the economy. Every employee who wants better pay and every business owner who wants to grow their wealth by growing their business should encourage their senators, representative, and president to stop overshooting and adopt a top capital gains tax rate of about 27%. We want what works.